Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. What kind of news breaks late at night, early in the morning if you're across the pond, during the spring cleaning event? You know? What kind of news? Nothing ever breaks. You got a store, you got a bobble blowout, you purchase it, it lasts for 14 days, or the purchases last for 7 days. Keep in mind those are not the same thing. And that's it. Except it's not. Except Earth 25 showed me something kind of amazing today. Something that's, well, I didn't even think it was that crazy because I was focused on the wrong thing. When he sent me this picture for Bundle 1, I was focused on the fact that it's a 10% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal. I mean, who cares? If it's a crystal and you're trying to become a wallet breaker, if you're trying to become Paragon, you need to control what Tier 5 class is in the Catalyst. And you can't do that with this. So I kind of rolled my eyes. I thought it was kind of amazing that there was 10,000 6-star shards attached to it, a fully formed 6-star. And keep in mind, you could buy 20 of these. So you could buy 200,000 6-star shards for, I should have done the math. I should have been like, that's like 270,000 bubble. You can buy 200,000 6-star shards as a throne breaker for the price of like less than $50? What? Well, by the time Kabam had caught the error, so many people had purchased this and spent 200,000 6-star shards on largely featured 6-star crystals to try to get Absorbing Man or Iron Doom. So at first, Kabam thought that they were going to have to reverse this and take it all back, but that was going to be so much work, and of course, it was going to make it to where Kabam essentially was going to make a lot of players very, very angry. But hot off the press, we have this plan from Earth 25, sent it over from the forums after the mistake in Thronebreaker Bundle 1 for GBBBB. Hello, Summoners. Gwynpool's Bubble Bobble Blowout, initially released with an error in the Bobble store for Bundle 1. For Thronebreaker accounts, the offer displayed and awarded 10,000 6-star shards, as I pictured, instead of the intended 1,000 6-star shards. As soon as the team was aware they removed the bundle, it was live for 48 minutes before it was taken down. The team has come to a decision and will operate as follows. Anyone who purchased these bundles with the error in place will be allowed to keep the shards and rewards from subsequently opened crystals. After looking at the data, we saw this was a very small number of players. We believe this is a solution that best takes into account the interest of both the summoners and the contest. So on one hand, if you're like a guy who commented on my live stream that I did with my lovely girlfriend very late into the evening just a couple hours ago, you feel like you've won the lottery because you did. You got, what? That was supposed to be 20,000 6-star shards total. You got 180,000 6-star shards as a bonus for the same price. 180,000 more 6-star shards than everybody else got. Now, personally, even though I know Kabam would say that it broke the game and it broke the economy of the game, personally, I think the best thing would be to do what they've done in the past, and that's just bring it back as is. Give everybody who is Thronebreaker the same opportunity. Think about how many Cavalier players would think, wait, if I can push my account to become Thronebreaker, I could do that. Maybe they'll make more money that way. But because it's so much better of a deal in terms of 6-star shards than Paragon accounts, they're probably also feeling like you can't possibly have Thronebreaker get the better deal. But Thronebreaker players now feel like they got the shaft because Paragon is where everything's going, especially for the May side quest event and 7-star shards, etc. So this would be like one last hurrah for what was the top progression in the game during the spring cleaning last year in 2022, before, of course, Paragon moved in and took that top spot in May and June. So, do you think some people have a response to this? How about a W for Kabam? Also, where's my compensation for the emotional distress you guys put me through? This is a joke. What about the players that couldn't get that bundle? They're missing out. I mean, that's what that message says. Well, another one of these occasions where you mess up and the community suffers. Yo, this is getting real dramatic. This is unfair. Gotta be quicker than that. It's a W. Apart from the typo, this is an insanely generous event and well planned to help progression for all. Thank you, well done, Team Kabam, says Evil King Wilson with all caps. How did the community suffer? Because you weren't able to take advantage of a mistake? I swear the world today. Kabam Generous. Another Kabam W. A loss for words. My lines mate gets to keep all those 6-star champs because of an error, and everyone else who would have bought that bundle doesn't have the choice. It still affects all of us. I am disappointed deeply. I believe there should be some form of equal compensation to those who could have purchased the bundle, but good. I mean, again, normally that would be the solution. Just bring it back and let everybody see the same thing. But Kabam has ruled differently. It's not about quickness. This was only for Thronebreaker, if I'm not wrong. So Paragon players couldn't get that bundle. I split in the unit bundles, and I would have bought that bundle if I could. So before you said they get the baubles back, their purchase limits reset. Oh. Also, now they can keep the champs and the crystals. What? Doesn't that mean they can get even more 6-star shirts? So I didn't realize that part that Crow's bringing up. I didn't realize that their purchase limit reset. Not that that becomes an insanely good offer normally, because it doesn't. But in theory, yes. They will get an extra 20,000 6-star shards if they purchase all 20. Because it's 1,000 6-star shards per purchase, limit 20. Easy math, even for me. Some Gwynple's baubles, other players could be a little good to compensate. They won't get their bauble back. They decide to take no action, and so it makes no sense for them to return the baubles. It's a small number, only like, what, a few 100,000 players? Thronebreaker and higher players should be given access to this. Just put a cap on it like you did at 10. Make it fair. Those who got the deal, it was a game changer for them. I have to watch my alliance mate take a huge leap and get away with it. So there's a lot of jealousy going on in this post, let's be honest. Makes sense. I saw the deal in there, but didn't get it. I was thinking save up for the rank 4 gem, but realized that it's probably a paid one. It was gone when I checked next. I guess congrats to the ones who got it. I think it would have been better to keep that bundle in and to make it available to Paragon players as well. It would have benefited everyone instead of just a few who got it. It may not have made a major impact on it, but it provides an unfair advantage to a limited few that is unfair, especially looking at game modes like Battlegrounds and Alliance War into account. It wouldn't break the game and actually would be a welcome gesture to the community since 7 stars are just on the horizon, so having those extra 6-star shards would be great to get closer to your first ever 7-star. Now that is a good point. You could open 20 6-star basic crystals, for example, and that gets you quite a few 7-stars, particularly if you have some max SIG champions. Just give it to everybody. Curious what a small number of players is. The difference is way too big. 10,000 versus 1,000. You could have opened up 10 for the same amount someone would open 1 with. It really feels like a slap in the face. Oh, well, no one else gets anything, and they all got lucky because we screwed up. I think they don't want to deal with the ramifications of sending everybody else in. They just want to acknowledge it and go away. And obviously, if you're one of those players that benefited from this, I mean, I benefited from a glitch this week where I got 2 instead of 1 tier 6 class catalyst fragment selectors for the Paragon monthly card. And that was a huge value for a bonus. I guess the way the coding worked, everybody who purchased it just ended up getting it anyway, even if you didn't see it at first. I don't know what to tell you all. All I know is that this is not something that the community is going to agree on. Obviously, it didn't impact me. I'm not Thronebreaker. And you can agree if it was a game changer or not. The summoners get to keep all their 6-star shards. That's the takeaway. Can't wait to read the comments on this one, even if it's a midnight drop. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.